Here, here. Good morning and welcome to the GAC Group 2014 ITTF World Tour Grand Finals in Bangkok, Thailand. I'm Adam Bobrow and you are here for the final day of the tournament, where we will be having the semifinals and finals of men's singles and women's singles. Here's the schedule of the matches for the day coming up. These are the first semifinal matches. You can see Hyowon and Mengyu will be the first match. They're playing for a lot of prize money, $1 million given out this tournament, and the winner of each of these categories takes $100,000 home.
After a year of battling out at the respective 20 events of the GAC Group 2014 World Tour, the best 15 men and women single player plus one man and one woman from the host country Thailand have the chance to battle for the $1 million money on offer. In addition to the men's and women's singles, there are 4 other events which consist of the men's and women doubles and the under 21 men's and women's singles. There are a total of 64 players vying for the 6th gold medal on offer. Welcome you to the day 4 of the GAC Group 2014 World Tour Grand Final in Bangkok, Thailand. For the morning session, the women and men single semi-final will be played. First, let's welcome players of women's single semi-final matches.
And now we're about to get started with the women's singles semifinals. Players will be introduced after a long day of hard play yesterday. We've got choppers and attackers, and now the chopper, Hyowon from Korea, 27 years old, world rank number 12 and the 9th seed in this tournament. Yesterday defeated Feng Tianwei, the top seed, 4 games to 1 in an epic chop down. Before that, she beat Liu Jia. Here she is, the chopper from Korea, Hyowon.
Representing Korea, Republic Hyowon.
And now from Singapore, in the purple on the screen, the much anticipated hard hitter from both sides, Mengyu.
Singapore, Mengyu.
Mengyu, a very celebrated player, doubles teammate of Feng Tianwei, part of the 2010 team that beat China in the World Championships. Mengyu had a long path to get here. Yesterday beat Sayaka Hirano. Did that 4 games to 1 as well. Our officials, assistant umpire on the right. Mengyu in the first round beat the Korea Open champion from Germany, Han Ying, who is also a chopper. That was 4-2. So we know that Mengyu has some experience against choppers, but then again, so did Feng Tianwei, and it didn't seem to help her too much. The spin variation on Su's forehand chops, twiddling the paddle occasionally, and the huge forehand attack makes her a very threatening force near the table and far. I expect this to be an exciting showdown. And you can see the matches we have coming up today. Next, for women's, will be Georgina Pota and Kasumi Ishikawa. So we're going to be doing a women's men's singles today before we move on to the finals.
A reminder that no flash photography is allowed while the match is ongoing. ขอความกรุณาผู้ชมทุกท่านโปรดงดใช้แฟลชในการบันทึกภาพหรือถ่ายวิดีโอตลอดการแข่งขัน And now, please be seated and enjoy the match. เชิญรับชมความสนุกได้เลยครับ Once again, So Hyowon, ranked 12 of the world. Mengyu, ranked 13 of the world.
There's some choppers that believe only defense, and others believe you should have a good, strong offense as well. I think you need to have something at least to keep it mixed up, keep the opponent guessing. They can't get too comfortable not worrying about your attack. So that's what Suh does very well, is keeps her opponents uncomfortable, afraid to stop attacking. Suh's going to start us off in this best-of-7 match. An excellent change of pace there from Mengyu. Spinning it up nice and slow, bringing Suh in. Suh's going to have to do some adjusting herself on the defense. And a huge flat hit into the backhand side. You could hear the crack on that, and just not enough time for Suh to react and get her arm out for that. And look at these power shots from Mengyu. She makes it look so easy to just pick a shot and put it away. Beautiful shot right into the body. Got Suh on the attacking mode. And after the first attack, jammed her. Blocked right back into the body.
5-1.
And that's Suh's first point to get on the board this match. Suh has a very effective backhand serve that kicks. Feng Tianwei had a lot of trouble with it yesterday. So far, Yu handling it very steadily.
6-1.
Right now, Suh is not settling into her chopping game, having a lot of difficulty figuring out how to keep the ball down. And that's the first higher floater that we've seen Yu miss. And a heavy, heavy topspin. You had to come in over the table for that. Very difficult ball to stay on top of as it kicked up. And the early chops in that rally started to look more like Suh's chops from yesterday. Nice and low to the net. Very difficult to bring back, or to smack through anyway. And going for the huge forehand counterattack after several low trajectory chops. You can see how deep on the table some of these chops were. That was not one of them. Here's the big counterattack, but the ball kicks up. Sort of a desperation forehand there from Suh, and now it is 7 game points for Mengyu. And the block is into the net, first point there. The forehand loop for Suh. Still 6 game points for you. And off the edge of the table, Mengyu finishes with the forehand smack. What a rally. 11-4 for Mengyu over Hyowon of Korea. Game 1 to Mengyu. Game 2 just after this. And as we come back for game 2, Mengyu has the serve. 1-0. Very strong win, 11-4 in game 1. So far continues the streak with a steady start in game 2. Excellent variation and trajectory there. A little deeper into the backhand corner, a little higher, followed by a low one. And so far this game, the same comfort level that we saw from Yu in the first is not there. Could it be Suh settling in? And fooled with a serve for the first time as well. We're used to seeing that with topspin, pushed back heavy under into the net. And a bit of break off the top of the net for Suh. Quite a turnaround from game 1. 4 points to 1 for Suh. And again, high and low, deep, short, wherever it is, Suh's varying the spin now, and Mengyu is losing her confidence. Well, apparently she still has some confidence to go for the shot. She knows she has to attack.
5-1.
But it's got to crush your confidence a bit to be down 1-5, taking all these attack attempts. And a big swing and a miss. That's the opportunity for Suh. She's going to finish that point a lot with the forehand. Once again, the attacking game and the topspin game, Mengyu very comfortable with. That's two good opportunities for Suh on that forehand. Those should be pretty high percentage shots for her. Still is a 2-point lead. A quick turnaround, 3 points in a row for Mengyu, and it's a 1-point game. And a beautiful heavy chop, just clipping the edge, the bottom edge of the racket of Mengyu. After several slow spinny shots, a fast hard hit in the middle. And we're starting to get ourselves a match, folks. Quick turnaround, nice adjustment by the Korean chopper, and now Suh is leading 7-4. Heavy topspin kicking up. You can see Mengyu trying to just get out of the way to stay on top of it. Beautiful loop out to the forehand. Mengyu keeping the pace up. In this tournament, we've seen a lot of kicking loops that have jumped up and caught the top edge of someone's racket. I think maybe, who knows if it's an equipment thing, good grip and traction on the table. The Warrior Suh, after all those shots, a net ball recovered by Mengyu. The rally continues. Outstanding rally, the rally of the match so far. And again, it's the forehand attack. Ball comes up a little bit high. You spin it too high, you push it too high, anything, you have to worry about that forehand attack.
9-5.
And a light floater, long chop with not so heavy underspin, and it is overlifted by Mengyu, and it is now 5 game points for Suh. She does it in the first attempt, 11-5 for Suh over Mengyu, and it's tied up at 1 game each. Game 3 back just after this. Game 3, we're back at the table. Suh's going to start us off with the serve. What an amazing serve. You watched it all the way off the table to make sure when it kicked, she could see it clearly. No surprise jumps, and even still, tough to control the spin. And that one barely stayed on the table. We've seen some of Suh's serves, even when they get a little bit high and look smashable, they're still difficult for the opponent and sometimes win the point outright. Outstanding backhand serve from the Korean chopper. Beautiful crushing forehand cross court. All three of those chops were right on the baseline of the table. We'll see about that very last one, just a little bit inside and crushed it. Loose arm, snapped through it like a whip. And the shot that stood out in that rally was when Suh watched the ball go all the way near the ground and just sort of calibrated, angled her racket just right to float it back up on the table, staying in the point. There it is, that backhand serve, difficult to read, sometimes top and sometimes under. Against Feng Tianwei, it appeared to be topspin almost every time. I was wondering if Suh had it as an underspin, but of course she does. And just floating long on the forehand chop. The black side of the racket is the long pips on the backhand for Suh. Forehand tends to come back with a hooking motion out wide to the forehand side of you. Beautiful shot right into the body, forcing Suh to dodge her own legs to get out of the way for that shot. Beautiful smash again right into the body. You could see Suh setting up for the backhand chop. There was no backhand to be found. Let service.
3-5.
And this time the anticipation of Suh worked out on the forehand for that flat hit. And the second flat hit went long. Players evolve, adjusting to their opponent's games. And it looked like heavy topspin, but still the ball went into the net. Deceptive serve from Suh. Looked like a good opportunity. The ball was sitting a little bit high, but Mengyu not able to complete the shot. Tied up 1 game each and 5 points each. What looked like it could be a blowout after the first game was a quick turnaround, and now it's dead even. And again, one sign of an excellent defensive player, an excellent chopper, is the spin variation. The variation period. Depth of the table, the speed of the shot, not allowing the opponent to get into a rhythm, really forcing Mengyu to watch every shot very carefully, be moving her feet a whole lot. Again, beautiful little anticipation from Suh. You can see after she's blocked, goes right back into the chop. She's anticipating up at the table for drop shots right away. The footwork of a chopper has to be just incredible. Oh no, a high ball on the very baseline of the table. This one, you've got to be able to take the point. Tough to read how much spin is on it, a little bit of side spin. And a long, steady rally. Almost looked like Mengyu was thinking about trying to take it to the expedite rule. And Suh taking an ambitious backhand with the long pips. You could hear the sound. 5 game points, one of them was spent on a long pips attack, which I don't think we saw once yesterday in the match. And it only needs a serve, a kicking topspin serve from the backhand side from Suh, and it's 11-6 to go up 2 games to 1. Suh, over you. And as we come back to start game 4, it sounds like a yellow card was given to Mengyu for ignoring the call back to the table, spending too much time with the coach. The umpires have to be listened to when time is called. Each player gets 1 minute between games to speak with their coach. We understand that it might be difficult, and you might want a little extra time to talk to your coach, especially after losing so convincingly the last 2 games, held to 5 points and 6 points. We got to be fair here. Inside out serve from the backhand corner. Very rare to see Suh misreceive a serve like that. Push to push starts, but Suh comes in for the forehand loop into the backhand corner. Very spinny shot. Look at that full stroke, it's huge. Big, powerful forehand. And that is a crazy difficult shot. Right off the bounce, blocked with the long pips. What spin is on it? Really tough to see. Fortunate break off the net for you. Still can't believe after that forehand attack was blocked back. Right off the long pips for a short dead spin shot. And as far as spin variation, if a chopper can do the same motion and create varying amounts of spin, it makes the job really difficult for the attacker. Excellent light chop from the forehand side. Right back up over the table for the drop shot. You could hear the racket actually hit the table just to receive the ball. Suh is everywhere. She's everywhere you don't want her to be when you're the opponent. Just too close to the net. Mengyu able to step in and pick the place, hit it really wide to the forehand. Could actually see Suh was just about half a step away from the ball. Again, a beautiful kicking top spin serve, earning a nice high third ball attack. We talked about it yesterday, but the forehand attack of a defensive player is often going to be a bit more powerful than a typical forehand loop. They're attacking to finish the point. You can see between every point, Suh rehearsing, practicing, phantoming her shots. And each of those chops, the first 3 or 4 of the rally were darts, and there's a timeout called by Mengyu. We've seen a lot of timeouts called in the 4th games. Mengyu's got to do something. Started off the first game looking again like it would be a blowout, winning 11-4. Then losing 11-5, 11-6, is now down 3-6, talking to the Singaporean coach. Body language of Mengyu right now is not very good. Right now, you can think of the coach as a doctor, and Mengyu is sick. Hasn't been able to figure out what to do to cure this cancer coming from the other side of the table. Spin variation, movement, attacks. Right now, nothing is working properly for Mengyu. We saw a lot of technical advice from the coach. A lot of talk about wrist action. Probably on the receives for drop shots. Also for loops to change the trajectory of her shot. Right now, her loops are floating a little bit high, allowing Suh to come in and attack. Just missing the around the net shot into the net post. Mengyu earned a nice high ball to crush to the forehand. That's been working out pretty well for her so far this match. Beautiful shot and a much better read on the serve this time. The kicking top spin serve seemed like there was no confusion from Mengyu. Ripped it out to the forehand, and that ball right on the elbow. Too much pace for Suh to get around. And look at the response to this serve. It seems like maybe the conversation was about the receive. The coach saying, take a confident shot at that. Suh gonna towel off. 3 straight points after the timeout, from down 3-6 to up 6-6. Mengyu clearing the court of any flying friends. Unbelievable defensive point. After those first 2 forehand rips of Mengyu, how can she not have the advantage? Suh right back in position. And look at this one, deep and high on the table. The body language of Mengyu completely understandable. We all feel that way watching. Point feels like it should be yours when you earn that shot. And the streak has been halted. From 3 in a row, Suh has taken the next 2 points. And it's been a while since we've seen that. Heavy topspin driving Suh off the table. Yu showing great versatility, very coachable player. Just left too high after 2 pushes left low. Great spin variation from Suh. Earned her a nice high push. There it is. Not even too high, just a little bit, but it's a strong forehand. She was anticipating the turnaround. Yu trailing by 2. Could be going down 1-3 right now. And patient play from Mengyu. You could see she was tempted to just crush, to just try and flat hit through a few of those, but it's a dangerous decision to make against a chopper. The ball's loaded with underspin. Sometimes that flat hit is just begging to hit the ball into the net. Now a 1-point game, 8-9. And a timeout is called from the Korean coach. Hyowon will be talking about how she can close this game out to take the 3-1 advantage. There's the double happiness DHS 40+ ball with a seam, sponsor for the tournament. We saw some adjustments on the serve from Suh. Backhand serve more into the body so that Mengyu couldn't just step around and rip it with the forehand. And that replay we just saw is also rare. Far from the table, deciding to fish. The ball seems to be carrying in certain ways and kicking in certain ways, finding the edge of the racket a lot more than usual this tournament. And there's so much to say, but that is it for the minute. Mengyu's gonna have to get away from that wall. Already given the yellow card earlier as a warning for taking too much time during her 1 minute. And on towel breaks, there's no official rule for how much time you're allowed to spend at the towel. It's sort of up to the umpire's discretion. They think you're trying to take advantage, distract the opponent, do something to disrupt the game. And the timeout worked for Suh, as it is 10-8 and 2 game points for Suh to go up 3-1. And Suh takes it 11-8. Game 4 goes to Suh. It is a 3-1 lead, and we'll be back with Game 5 in just a moment. Time has been called twice as the players come back to the table for Game 5. Mengyu is trailing 1-3. Hyowon from Korea The chopper in red, one game away from moving on to the women's singles finals. A little fun fact, head-to-head, Hyowon and Mengyu have played 2 times in the past, both in 2014, and Mengyu has won both of those matches fairly convincingly. And an aggressive forehand shot from down low and a bit off the table. More of an unusual style stroke. We don't see that shot selection quite so often from Suh. See how low the ball was when she hit it? More of a typical attacker game. Beautiful placement. Mengyu watching the ball as it comes all the way off the table, waiting for it, and gets a full stroke out wide to the forehand side. And this seems like something that Suh tried to avoid the last game or two. The second half of the game serving more into the body so that Mengyu could not get her forehand into play on that receive. And a few steady loops from the backhand corner from Yu. Right now off to a good start. How can she reproduce the first game? That is the question. And a heavy chop deep on the table. Mengyu taken back a bit. I guess the reason she's not going to be able to recreate the first game is she's playing a different player now. Hyowon has brought a different player to the table, new adjustments. And just over pushed. Suh got the last 2 points in a row. Yu breaking the streak. And this can be absolutely shattering to your confidence when you're missing these touch shots, not even going for a crush, just sort of spinning it to keep it in play, keep the defender on defense. And the flat hit from the bending, hooking forehand chop. Watching it, you just wonder, from inverted back to the long pips time and time again. Mengyu did not seem bothered, but it wasn't until this floating ball, difficult to read, hits the side of the ball, almost like a tomahawk serve on that chop. Tries to bend it inside out with the backhand side spin. That's got to be one of the most difficult things about playing Suh, is that forehand sometimes is straight underspin, sometimes, almost always there's a little side spin, and sometimes it's heavy side spin and very light actual chop. Just missing the forehand edge of the table, and it's 5 each. Oh no, Mengyu right into the body, earning a beautiful opportunity to put it away. And even those high balls, the spin variety is just so difficult to read sometimes. Trying to stay loose, easy to get tight, and swinging so many times so hard against a defender. Beautiful shot, lots of spin and power into the forehand side. It's quite a different game right now between Mengyu and Feng Tianwei versus Yu Mengyu playing with a lot more explosive power, a little less conservative play. So we've seen a lot more misses and we've seen a lot more winners as well. And there it is, that tailing forehand. There's definitely some chop on it, but how much, that's the question. From down near the table, she contacts it differently almost every time. It's a sliding scale on the forehand chop. And the forced high pressure backhand shot, a bit of a slap at it from up high near the face. And that shot was a difficult one to return after Suh hit it fast from near the table with the forehand side spin chop. And a powerful forehand. Almost looks like the ball went into the dark. The very perimeter of the court, a little bit darker, but of course no player wants to be that far back anyway. And Yu Mengyu has tied it up. Again, this is her only chance at survival. She has to win this game to see another chance. And the loop right into the body, the forehand block, a little bit of a lackluster shot. We haven't seen that choice from Suh yet this match. Neither here nor there, but now Yu has the lead. And the big aggressive forehand attack falling to the ground, clips the top of the net and goes out. Very specific serve placement from Suh. You could see fast into the body, not allowing Yu Mengyu to turn and get that forehand attack that won her a few straight points after her timeout last game. 2 game points for Yu Mengyu. And the huge forehand takes it, and it's 11-8 to go on to Game 6. Yu Mengyu trailing 2 games to 3. Game 6 just after this break. And as we come back for Game 6, Yu Mengyu fought her way back to get through that one and is now trailing 2 games to 3 against Hyowon of Korea, the chopper at the top of the screen. Right now, each of these players is going to get at least $30,000. But whoever wins this match is going to get at least $60,000. Beautiful forehand crushing shot after spin, varying it on the table, gets a high ball. Takes a lot of guts to take that shot. We've seen Mengyu try it many times throughout the match and fail. But that doesn't mean she should stop trying. She's had many successes just the same. And the way she gets around that ball a little bit high, gets the whole body into it, even threw a little bit of side spin as she hooked around to bend it in to the forehand line. And once again, Mengyu is 2-0 against Hyowon. So even though Suh is leading 3 games to 2, she is the underdog in this match. 2 times earlier this year has lost to Mengyu. And a beautiful forehand, the powerful, ferocious forehand of Suh taking a point again. The serve receive has improved consistently throughout this match for Mengyu. Had a lot of trouble in the first several games. He's made adjustments, played aggressively, played cautiously when necessary. And a bit of a miss-hit, brushing the ball. Not able to make enough solid contact to get it over the net. And I will say the ball really bites on these chops, stays near the net. And we've only seen that shot work once from right near the table for Suh, the block with the long pips. Typically not a shot you do. Needs to be some carry through, some cut under the ball to float it back. Well placed by Mengyu to force that uncomfortable shot from Suh. And the big forehand clips the top of the net. Suh giving a quick apology. See the strength in the quads there of Suh. Choppers really need to have strong legs. And the fast serve, heavy underspin, right into the net. Again, Mengyu fighting to stay alive in this match. And she has out-attacked the chopper. This is a rare scenario. Getting her lead back, was up 4-2, then tied up after 2 points in a row from Suh. A little bit too close for comfort for you right now. And it's so tempting to just want to hit through that ball. You tried to play patiently, spin it for another shot, earn herself a better opportunity to crush it. The beauty of keeping a defensive shot deep on the table. And that's a recipe for disaster. You cannot handle a topspin kicking serve with a defensive shot, especially if somebody's got an attack as strong as Suh. Served with the inverted, twiddled as usual, and got the forehand ready for the attack. Again, this backhand receive on the kicking topspin, side spin serve has not been working out for Mengyu. Timeouts are gone, and she's trailing 5 points to 7 in game 6. And the big, powerful shot into the body. Suh trying to flat hit it back. She's been about 50-50 on that, but of course, it's not to her advantage anyway to be in this position, facing a flat hit right into the body. If Mengyu can make that shot, she's in good shape. And again, the flat hit right down the middle of the table, literally hitting the elbow of Hyowon. And that ball was not very high. You could see the trajectory of the chop as it came over. Beautiful shot from Mengyu to tie it up. Unbelievably deceptive serve. Looked like it was going to be topspin. Then the contact, slow, looked like short topspin. So trying to encourage a mosquito with long pips to get out of the court.
8-7.
I think we've all had a few run-ins so far in the past few days. And that is a shot that Mengyu cannot afford to miss. She earns a topspin shot to the forehand side. Again, it can be jarring, this change of spin, blocks it out. That next ball, that's her all day. Medium speed topspin to the forehand, sees the open shot down the line, clips the edge of the blade. Oh, just wow, cannot believe it. The flat hit back, Korean coach on his feet. Hyowon, outstanding play throughout that point, and now has 3 match points to move on to the women's singles finals. One down, 2 to go. Mengyu battling, still trailing by 2 match points. And there it is, the powerful forehand to the middle of the table, and it's a 1-point game. Mengyu waiting patiently, receiving the same difficult serve that won the point outright last time she saw it. I'm afraid just watching because the serves are so deceptive and intimidating. Match point number 3. What an outstanding play from Hyowon over Mengyu. The 2013 Korean national champion has taken down Mengyu, knocked out the 2 Singaporean females from the tournament, the top seed and Mengyu. She is on her way to the $100,000 finals. Outstanding match. Stick around as we have a men's singles semifinals coming up just after this.